Hello guys, today I'll give you a tutorial or guide to make animations. I want to clarify that in this video I will teach some basic things, like this cross. This cross serves to know where you want it to be the basis of the movement you want to make. First you give it 2 times to place where you want the base of the movement to be. An effect that I suggest you use is motion blur because this will make your animations look more natural. Let's take a banana as an example. At first the balancing has to be fast and you have to slow down. You can do this by putting the keyframes closer to do it faster and farther so that it is slow. The faster the more inclined the movement, as it slows down, less inclination. And at the end you put the motion blur effect. You can also put a shade on it. You only take one form, basic like an oval or a shape similar to the object or character you are animating. You put the blur effect of the box. Then you put a dark color like black or gray and lower the opacity. And finally you make the shadow follow the banana's movement. Let's go with something more difficult. Then you have to spin the ball 1 or 2 turns. This depends on how far the ball is. If the ball collides with something or wall, like in this case, you will have to repeat the spin you already gave it. This depends on the speed and how many turns you gave the ball from the beginning. If the ball only turned 1 or 2 times, when you go to repeat the turn, you don't have to repeat it completely, just a little. When the ball stops you have the spin go back a little and then a little forward. And finally, put the motion blur effect. So that the ball has a gummy effect or simulates that it is light. First you adjust the bottom since this adjusts the width. I suggest you adjust the width when the object crashes with a vertical wall or object, and adjust the top if the object crashes with the ground or object. To animate an object, I usually use CapCut when I'm going to do this type of animation. First make the base video. So use this video as a guide to make the other video. Then raise your hand a little, since the doject is near the base where it will fall. If you want the hand to release the object and not be seen, simply raise it until it is no longer visible or take the hand in the direction the character. It's almost the same as the previous step. To make the bag fall from a great height you just have to do how long the bag will last before falling to the surface. Now let's go with the small movements. What I'll show you now, you can use it when your character touch an object or character. You can use this move when the hand or something else is coming from the left to touch the object. This step is the easiest of all, since you only put 3 keyframes and the middle one you move it a little to the left. This one goes to the right is practically the same as the other step, only that the keyframes of the middle in this case you will move it a little to the right. To make the object fall, just put 2 keyframes and one of these has to go down. And finally you put the 3 keyframes and only you move the middle one a little down. I use this effect a lot to make the walking motion when a character is nervous and when they are laughing. To make the animations more fluids, you can use these. I usually use these. To move a limb, first position the base of the arm. Then place the keyframes you want, leaving one in the position it was in and moving the other as you want. It's a matter of leaving one keyframe in its initial position and moving the next one. Do this successively. And finally you put the motion blur effect. Another way to do this movement: first set the base of the movement and mark each keyframes of the arm and place them on the body layer, and at the end, synchronize the arm with the movement of the body. Something that I have seen a lot is that there are people who don't know how to animate the character without moving it. Well, I will teach you how correct this. This is easy. Just make a video joining all the photos you will use for the scene. I want to give you some advice, and it is that I have seen some videos where they change the scene but only change the character and the background does not change. To fix this, simply zoom in on a part of the background, and when you change scenes, zoom in on the remaining part of the background. And that's all. I hope this video has been helpful to you.